Hello and welcome to Gardening with Ben's award-winning podcast, as voted by Grow Your Own magazine and by my followers and listeners. So if you're new to the podcast, make sure you click that subscribe button to stay up to date with all our podcasts, listen back to all our previous episodes, sit back, grab a brew and let's enjoy today's episode. Hello everyone and welcome back to Gardening with Ben. Well, it's Tuesday and we have got until Friday off work, so I've got 3 days to spend at the allotment. I never managed to get yesterday. I was too tired after my night shifts and I just wanted to relax, so I didn't bother going to the allotment yesterday. But we have been down today and my have we done some work today. So first up, I went to my favourite store, B&Q. Always looking for bargains, and yes, I certainly found some again today. I've purchased 8 Campula for my allotment because they're fantastic flowers on them. They spread up to 50 centimetres I think it is, or possibly more, so hopefully they'll spread amongst my flower beds and attract the bees, because that is my key plan this year, to attract as many bees as possible to my plot. And I've actually seen my first bee today. I couldn't believe seeing it on the allotment, whether it were just hiding somewhere and it just came out of nowhere, but yeah, I saw my first bee today, and it's good to see that spring is finally on its way and all the bulbs are starting to pop up and it's looking beautiful. And the more plants that I can purchase for the plot that will come back year after year, it saves me less time in the future sowing as many seeds. I will be sowing lots of flower seeds each year, don't get me wrong, but I've definitely want as many permanent fixture plants in as possible, and Campula grows back every single year as well, so hopefully it doesn't get killed off when cold weather comes and it stays strong and keeps on growing and attracting those bees, because it's got so many flowers on it already, and they've been reduced from £4 to £1, so I bought 8. All 8 of them that were left, I bought them all. And I also purchased some thornless blackberries. Now, I've been going on about these for a while on some of my podcasts. I've been wanting to get some and I finally got some. These, I bought 3 plants in total, and these were £5.25 each, which I don't think is too bad really. And again, buying fruit, you'll get your monies back in no time, because when you're buying a punnet of blackberries, you're paying like £2 for a punnet, so you're definitely getting your monies back. And obviously I grow a lot of raspberries as well, so they'll definitely go nice with the raspberries. Blackberries and raspberries and ice cream, oh, it's making my mouth drool just thinking about it now. But yeah, I'm hoping to grow those along my fencing, but I don't know how wild they will grow. They're quite well established already. They must have been like growing well to start off with, and hopefully they do take well. And if needs be, I'll have to put some wires up to grow them along wires and stuff like that to train them, but for now I'm going to be growing them along my fencing. And yeah, if they get any bigger, I'll definitely have to get some wires up, but I'm growing them between mine and my neighbour's plot so that we both can benefit from it, because I do love sharing stuff with my neighbours. And yeah, you're probably thinking, he's got lucky neighbour. Definitely, I do love sharing produce with other people. It's the joy of growing, and that is what I get out of it, the joy of sharing as well, sharing with one another down there. So we've got them planted up. Next up, we also purchased some asparagus. Now, I've never grown asparagus before. It's something new to me. Again, asparagus is expensive to buy from the supermarkets, so I thought, why not try it and grow some myself and see how we get on. We bought 1 packet for the time being, and that's got 2 plants in it. I may purchase another one, but we'll see how we get on and how we've got space for it. I'm going to try and make a proper asparagus bed for it, to keep them all together and keep them where they should be really. Once they're planted, they're going to be staying in the same place, so I need to make sure it's a nice bed for it and plenty of nutrition in the ground for it to give it that establishment it needs to get it growing and get it going on the plot. So we've got that to plant this week, and hopefully by the end of the week I'll have got my seed potatoes as well. I've seen which ones I want to get, so I need to get some seed potatoes, and hopefully I'm in two minds. I'm growing onions from seed this year for definite. I've got them in the trays already, but I'm looking, I may get some sets, we don't know yet, we'll see. I said I'd grow just seeds this year because the seeds did better than the sets did, but I'm still contemplating it at the moment. I've grown sets for years, but like I said, the seeds did best last year, so I'm still tempted to buy a packet of sets and plant them, but obviously if I don't plant them I've got more room to grow other stuff. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this year. It's going to be a good year of gardening on the plot. There's still some vegetable seeds that I need to get. I need to go through all my seed packets and see what we've got and what we haven't got, and get looking at what I'm going to be growing, because the magazines give me lots of free seeds, but they don't give seeds like pumpkins, squash, sweet corn, runner beans, broad beans, peas. You don't tend to get them in the magazine, so I need to go out and get all them and get looking at what I'm growing this year, because it's going to be an exciting year. I can feel it. We're going to have some great stuff growing, and hopefully I will be sharing lots and lots of posts about it. I'm definitely sharing quite a bit on Instagram these days, so if you're not following me on Instagram, I'm sharing lots of pictures of my stories, of how I'm getting on down at the plot. I do love sharing what I'm getting up to, plus quite a few selfies. Who loves a good selfie? I certainly get a lot of likes on them, so people must like them. So yeah, I'm definitely enjoying this year so far. So what else have we been up to on the plot? Well, I've started going onto my main plot now. I shared it on my Facebook Live this morning, so if you're not following me on Facebook, check it out, Gardening with Ben, and have a look on there. I did a Facebook Live showing people around my plot this morning and showing how I'm getting on with it and what I'm getting up to on the plot, because like I say, I've got a lot to do, but I feel that I am in a good position to get it all done and tidied, ready for the year ahead. So I've got that to do, and it shouldn't take too long. I've done 2 beds today. I've got 18 beds in total. So yeah, hopefully if I clear a few beds every time I go down, I should get quite a bit done. And now I'm trying to spend a bit longer down at the plot, as it's obviously staying lighter, so I'm going a bit earlier to the plot as well, and possibly spending about an extra hour on the plot every day now. And I'm trying to spend half an hour in my shed or my polytunnel getting them tidy, ready for spring, because they're going to become big major growing areas. And I usually say I don't work in my shed unless it's actually raining, because I don't like wasting time in the shed when it's a nice day outside. And this winter it's been nice all winter. I can't really complain about the weather whatsoever. It were nasty this weekend, but I run night shift this weekend, so I weren't down at the allotment. So usually when it's raining, I spend time in my shed or in my polytunnel getting work done in there, but I've not had time to go in them because it's been decent weather, and that's why I'm cracking on and getting loads done on my allotment and getting it all in ship shape. And it's probably looking the best it's looking in years, because I'm spending so much time on it. I've started at the top of my plot and working my way down to the bottom and progressing every single week on getting further and further down. Yes, I am moving rubbish further down the plot, but once I get to the top of the plot, that's when it all gets cleared away. But it's going to look great this year, and the time that I'm spending down there at the moment is brilliant. It's my second home. If I didn't have my allotment, I don't know what I'd do. I'd go stir crazy being in the flat all the time on my own, and spending time down there is my lifesaver. It really is. It means so much to me having that plot. If I were to get chucked off or I left it, I don't know what I'd do. But yeah, it's definitely the place that I spend love spending time, and I love sharing it all with you. I get so many nice messages every single day of people that are listening to this podcast and seeing my Facebook posts or my Instagram posts. I don't get no negativity whatsoever, and that's what I love about this, that there's so many people, nice people following me, and I've made so many nice friends as well. I always get back to people when they send me a message and talk to them, because everybody's in all different boats and stuff like that, so it's good to be nice to people and enjoy spending gardening time together. So yeah, that has been a little catch up. If you are new to this podcast, make sure you click that subscribe button. We've had about 20 new subscribers in the last couple of days, so thank you if you're a new follower. I really do appreciate it, and that you've clicked that subscribe button. If you've not left a review of this podcast, please do leave one on either Apple, where you can leave a written review, and I'll definitely read them because I do like reading them, or if you're listening on Spotify, give it a star rating as well. So thank you for everyone that does support me. Until next time, remember, keep gardening, keep smiling, and keep listening to Gardening with Ben's podcasts. So thank you for listening to today's episode of Gardening with Ben. We hope that you've enjoyed this episode. Remember to do click that subscribe button to stay up to date with all our podcasts. Feel free to share them on your Instagram stories so that it spreads the word about my podcast and we get lots more listeners. Feel free to check out my social media sites, Facebook and Instagram as well, Gardening with Ben, and also my YouTube channel, to stay up to date with all my handy videos, how-to videos, and sharing my tips and advice. And feel free to check the link as well in the description for my Gardening with Ben t-shirts. Lots of funny gardening design t-shirts in there for you to purchase at great prices too. So thanks again, and as always, remember, keep smiling and keep gardening.